the longer I walked in it, the resilience and the being independent, it's hard to be dependent because I'm so used to being independent and doing everything on my own. I had this notion and I believed that that was the only way. And I'm learning that that's not the only way. There's another way.
Lost in the dark, searching for something more. Then suddenly the world collides with the presence of God, eyes lifted in awe, confronted by holiness, truth, and love. When God reaches down, it's not rejection, it's invitation. Held in his hands, the world finds peace, purpose, and love. This is World Meets God podcast with Jar Campbell. Raw, real, no sugarcoating, just truth and love. Stay blessed.
Hey y'all, welcome back to World Meets God podcast, or welcome to World Meets God podcast. It's your girl, Jara Campbell. Um, quick little tidbit before we get started on the episode. I know a couple episodes back, I was telling y'all how I was practicing the Sabbath and I didn't really have a podcast schedule. Um, and I told y'all I'll let y'all know when I figure something out. I haven't figured anything out. I mean, I have, but I haven't. I think instead of putting the podcast on like a strict schedule, you're just gonna get the episode when you get the episode. It will still be weekly. It is still weekly. If that changes, I'll let y'all know. But as of now, it's still a weekly podcast. What day of the week will y'all get it? I don't know. Don't know. So the best thing for you to do is to subscribe. That way you'll get the little notifications. Like, share, subscribe, you know, subscribe to it. The podcast is not just on YouTube, it is on Spotify, it is on Apple podcasts. I think that's it. I also have a Facebook page. I gotta start using it. We have a TikTok. I gotta start using it. But those are all the platforms that it is on. So subscribe on either one of those platforms so you can get the episodes when they come out. You'll be notified. Okay? Okay. Um, and now we're gonna go into what the Lord has been doing in my life and what I've been learning, what He's been teaching me. First, I believe I want to start off by just saying that God is good. I know I kind of start almost every episode off like that, but it's generally because it's true. Like, He's truly so good. Even when I fail to see it right away, He good. The way He has been keeping me is insane. And I'm so grateful and I'm so blessed. Um, I know per my last episode, I was talking about how I didn't realize like being self-reliant was prideful. That is something that He is still pruning me of. Um, because it's generally hard for me to ask for help and then receive it when it's offered because I don't want people holding it over my head about how they did X, Y, and Z for me or this, that, the third. And I also don't want to be seen as weak. And so I'll be wanting to do it all on my own However, God didn't create me to do everything on my own. That's not how He created any of us. We need people. We need community. Oops, sorry, y'all. So that's been a very humbling thing. And then just really allowing God to strip me of that. And ooh, baby, does it hurt? I mean, it's like y'all seen that episode. Well, it's not an episode. Y'all seen the what Spider-Man is it? The Spider-Man movie. It's the Spider-Man where they said the black Spider-Man when Spider-Man get the little black little gooky stuff on him. And he he takes it to like this scientist, whatever, and it's like, don't get that on you. It's a parasite, like the longer it's on you, the harder it is for it to come off. And he was staying away from it, but then it's like it made him feel some type of way. He had confidence, like he was cocky. He was that little dude. Spider-Man was Spider-Man. It was the Spider-Man with Toby, the OG Spider-Man. And yeah. And so then when it came for him to try to like strip himself of that pride that he had and that confidence that he had. It wasn't confidence is the wrong word. There's nothing wrong being confident. He was arrogant. Let me correct myself. He was arrogant. There's nothing wrong with having confidence, but he was arrogant and very prideful. And so he realized it started causing problems in his life and it started to be more of a hindrance versus something that gave him freedom. Like the girl he wanted, Mary Jane, MJ, she didn't want him no more because of how he was acting. He was all cocky and conceited and thought he was just, too good or, whatever. He thought he was the stuff. Anyways, let get back into it. And so like it was just trying to strip it off. Like it was hard for him to pull it off and pull it off because the longer he walked in that identity, the harder it was for him to get rid of that identity and change it into who he was supposed to be all along. That's kind of what I'm going. I hope y'all followed along with that analogy, and that example, because it's hard. The longer I walked in it, the resilience and the being independent, it's hard to be dependent because I'm so used to being independent and doing everything on my own. I had this notion and I believed that that was the only way. And I'm learning that that's not the only way. There's another way. And I just need to allow myself to receive it. Because I feel like sometimes that's how I miss my blessings. When I sit there and people try to help me and want to help me, and I say no, they offer and I say no. When I know I need it, I know good and well I need it, but yet I'm saying no. You're blocking your blessings, sis. Why am I blocking my blessing? Why am I doing that? Um, and so yeah, I just gotta be suffering in silence. And then I was talking to God earlier about how I struggle with fear of rejection almost, because I don't be wanting to be rejected or whatever. And I was talking to God and I was like, I don't like being rejected. It hurts. And he was like, I know, I've been rejected. And I was like, God or Jesus, I was like, how do you deal with it? Like, how did you deal with it? And he was like, the same way you are now. Talk to my father. I was like, oh, that's it. I just talked to you. And that sounds small, but that's really the biggest thing and most important thing you can do is talk to Jesus, talk to God. I mean, he can and he will move mountains. I think that's why it literally says, ask and it shall be given to you. Seek and you'll find. Knock and the door will be open. Like you literally just have to go to God, ask him and seek him. And he really do show up because y'all, when I say that I was letting God have it, I was letting him have it. I was like, I'm asking, Lord, what else do you want me to do? And he was just so kind. I'm going through all the feels, all the emotions, and he's just been so gentle with me, so gracious. And I really appreciate that. I do. Um, yeah, he's just been pruning me. I also came, he's also been stripping me from the idea that it has to be this or that to be able to receive this or that. Like he's stripping me from the belief that I have to have X, Y, and Z together before I can receive X, Y, and Z. And he's been reminding me that who I am now, like currently, me, this current version of me, is still deserving of love and community and people to help me. Like I'm still deserving of all the things that I want, even if I'm not perfect, because I'll never be perfect. So if I tell myself that I have to withhold or I don't deserve or I can't get X, Y, and Z until I'm X, Y, and Z, I'll never get it because I'll never be perfect. I'm always going to be growing. Like there's always going to be something. It's always something. And so just rewiring my brain to know that even at the stage that I'm at now, in the season that I'm in, I'm still deserving and I'm still worthy of love, you know, and help and community. And then just allowing others to be there for me. Um, yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all. I don't believe I have more to say. So I hope y'all got something out of this. And until next time, I love y'all. And y'all stay blessed. Bye.